Hello, this is Mick of Strange and Sober. This is a new channel that I've created to help sober people find new avenues in which to live a creative lifestyle and to develop ways in which to get involved in a culture that is primarily dictated by drug and alcohol abuse. Um, First off, I want to just make a disclaimer about um, recovery groups such as Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous and all the anonymous groups that I have been associated with, and I still am, and to a certain degree. But I just want to let it be known that I am not a spokesperson for any of those groups or any of those organizations. With that, this is just my opinions about certain ways of perceiving, substance abuse throughout the arts, and how to find new ways in which to, bring people together and talk about what is going on in the arts and how people relate to each other in these types of communities. So that's what the main purpose of this channel is. I'm going to be posting all sorts of videos that I find of interviews done with famous musicians and people that have that are up there, and and maybe even have discussions about certain things that people bring up as a way to stay sober in the arts community, whether it be painting, music, dance, theater, you name it, whatever kind of medium that you prefer to get involved with. So this is the the main thrust of this channel, which will be to find ways to live sober with the arts. Another reason I'm starting this group is to this channel is to group channel, whatever you want to call it, is to bring together people into a community where we can talk about these things. Because I live out here in the desert, and first of all, there's not a whole lot of AA meetings. There's not like a huge support network out here. So I'm going to use the internet. I'm going to use whatever means necessary I have to convey, to find support and other people's ideas, to continue to remain sober, as an artist and as a creative person living out here. So that's another thing. So if people have comments or they want to add themselves to the group or whatever, I'll be, I can be here. I'm available to talk or to whatever extent. That's pretty much what I'm here for, because I mean we're kind of all in this together, and the arts. There's a stigma about the arts and music and all that kind of stuff, where people there's a tendency to think that that drugs and whatever kind of drugs, like pharmaceuticals or recreational drugs or alcohol or any of those kind of things. I consider all drugs in an umbrella type of fashion, that they're all mind-altering substances that have an influence on how we think, and how we relate to others, and how we communicate our art to other people as well. So one of the main things is to just be able to have a place where people can come and talk about what's going on with them, or to just get an insight into how people manage to stay sober in a primarily drug-riddled community. Where it seems like everybody, a lot of people are drinking and drugging, and they associate it with that rebellious lifestyle and the arts and all that. In fact, there's a lot of artists that do not use drugs and do not rely on them to be creative or to be any other kind of to act as a medium between here and there, or wherever they think their creative source comes from as far as um, how they create their artwork. Another thing I just want to bring up too is that I am not at all cutting on people that want to use drugs or alcohol or anything else that they feel that connects them to their higher self, or whatever it may be. I may disagree with that as a principle, but I'm not here to really judge other people that find other mediums or whatever to express their creativity. I'm just saying that there's definitely I feel like a need for people to have a place where they can come and find ways in which to be creative without those substances. So this isn't a rant or a straight edge attack on people that are that use drugs or alcohol, but I'm just saying that there's not a lot of places for people that are sober that they can come and talk about how they deal with the arts. We often hear about people dying from drugs or using drugs in a way that is tragic. We often hear it in the news, and we hear a lot of the stigma attached to drugs and people that are strange, that they're kind of demonized with this. They're strange. Artists are strange. They're prone to self-destructive behavior. They're they have mental health issues. They're addicted to drugs, and the association is not always pleasant that they put with drug usage. So I just want to have create this forum in which people can constructively talk about how they do it. How do you do it? How do you stay sober in a culture that appears to be primarily driven by drug, substance abuse, and that type of demonization of the artist. So yeah, that's the main thing here. Is the idea of strange and sober is a kind of a play on words with that, as far as people that are different, that have different points of views, and that express their art in so many great ways. And to not have them be marginalized and alienated, and, as a kind of a freak show thing for the arts and all that, because imagination is really what makes this world go around, and often I feel like it is pushed into the back. It's not really brought out into the open. A lot of people look at the artists as the black sheep, that type of stuff and everything. So I pretty much want to focus on bringing out different topics every week. In fact, I plan on doing a video once every week about different issues and related to substance abuse that people can comment on, or they can share, or they can send me an email about, or whatever, in which we could find ways to connect, bring people together, and in the arts, and the people that want to get sober and they want to have that lifestyle, and not be demonized for it, as a way to bring community, together and stuff. So what I did first of all for this week is I just got the group going. I'm calling it a group channel thing, whatever. I already mentioned that before, but bringing it together by just finding videos on YouTube that talk about different people. That some people are really famous and they're under a lot of pressure, and they have a lot of, they're very busy, and they're constantly under stress with a lot of stuff, and they talk about how they stay sober. And it's not going to really I'm taking everybody that I can get. I have a video of Richie Sambora that I just put up, and I am not really a Bon Jovi fan, but I take what you like and leave the rest, right? And just to get experiences from people that are musicians, and no matter what kind of music it is, or what kind of art it is, or whatever, just to include everybody into this thing, because I feel like it's a kind of a rare voice in the wilderness, to hear people talk about how they can be as creative as they want, have as many tattoos as they want, to play any kind of music they want, and to just be who they want to be without having to be caught up in the whole self-destructive kind of interpretation of the arts and all that. So, and I also picked up something from Henry Rollins, who's also advocate for sobriety and all that. He talks about it here and there. And issues like with Minor Threat, straight edge music. When I was younger, I played in a bunch of bands and all that, and that's it was like the hardcore music thing and everything. So, I think in maybe a couple of videos down, I'll tell you about my story about staying sober. I've been sober for 24 years now. I got sober when I was 17 years old, and I was in lots of bands and lots of stuff, lots of in Connecticut and in Boston and all that, and I went through a lot of trials and tribulations involving drugs and alcohol, and having to abstain in that culture, is very difficult, and I want to be able to share that with people that might want to get sober if they want to, or whatever, or people that have been sober and they can share their experiences, vice versa, So that's pretty much it. This is the first video that I'm putting up to just kind of tell a disclaimer about what this channel is going to be about, and the kind of foundation of what we can build here, and see if other people can relate to these issues, and have a constructive dialogue between people as well. All right, so thanks for visiting Strange and Sober channel, and we'll talk soon. Okay, over and out.